Hey guys, what's up? ImCameo, and today we're going to be talking about what to expect and what you need to bring to an event like UMG Cali happening this weekend. So the first thing you're going to need is a headset. Now I use the Astro A40s. Many people use the Astro A40s. They're a very good headset because if you buy them with the MixAmp, you already have a MixAmp, which we'll talk about later. But it's a really nice headset. They're really comfortable. It's just a very good overall headset. Plus you can customize the speaker tags to say whatever you want, like mine have the Define Gaming logo and Cameo on them. So you're going to need a headset, basically whatever, you know, at any event you're going to need a headset. Next, you're going to need a micro USB cable. So basically USB on one end and micro USB on the other, so you can connect your controller to the Xbox. They will not let you play wireless. You cannot use batteries in your controller. Those must be taken out and you must use this. It'll basically make it so we don't have to worry about people having their controllers die and any other stuff like that. Just basically have a micro USB cable. These things are very standard for Android devices, so just you probably have one laying around. If not, they're very cheap. I know I've ordered, you know, 4 for a whole team just because they didn't have them, and you know, they're very cheap. So just make sure you get one before the event. Most likely they will not have them there, so just make sure you get one of these. You can get them at the airport, you can get them gas stations, you know, micro USB cable. That's what you need right here. Okay, so the next thing you're gonna need is a controller, an Xbox One controller, and I have an Xbox One Scuff right here. Team Martin Scuff, Spider-Man theme. That's what it kind of looks like because I like Spider-Man. So you just want to have a tournament certified controller. I mean, I used the Scuff when I competed on the Xbox One. I used a Scuff when I competed on the Xbox 360. I also just use a wired controller. Just make sure you have a tournament certified controller. Now if you get one from like a custom controller company, make sure that it's certified. Make sure the buttons on the back are tournament certified, because if you're going to want to use those, you need to make sure that you actually can legally use it in the tournament. So just make sure you remember a controller. I know it seems obvious, but I've had people forget controllers before, and it's extremely hard to borrow a controller from somebody. So just make sure you have your tournament certified controller with you at the tournament. So next up is something that isn't required at every LAN event, but is usually required at UMG events, at least as of right now. You're going to need a MixAmp. Now, I use the Astro A40 2013 MixAmp because that's what I have. But you can also use the Turtle Beach MixAmp. You are going to want a MixAmp that has daisy chain capabilities. So basically what you can do is you can use a cable and connect your MixAmp to your teammates' MixAmps, and you guys can all talk on like a private channel on your MixAmps, like through your MixAmps. And it's really fast. There's hardly any delay at all. Like, it's better than Skype, it's better than anything. It's pretty much instant. So you want to have your MixAmps, especially at UMG events, because like I said, they don't provide them. At least most of the time they don't provide them. So you're going to need a MixAmp, and along with the MixAmp you're going to need all the cables. So make sure that you have, pause the video, get your stuff. When you're packing, listen to this. You're going to need, if you're using the Astro MixAmp, of course, I don't know other MixAmps, but you're going to need USB cable to power it. You're going to need your optical cable. You're going to need your headset cable, and you're going to need your daisy chain cable. It's basically a double-ended 3.5mm cable that can connect your MixAmp to your teammates' MixAmps. And trust me, it's a problem when someone forgets a cable. I've had that happen multiple times where someone forgets either a micro USB for their controller or they forget a daisy chain. Daisy chains are very easy to lose but hard to find. They're very hard to find. Someone, like if you forget your daisy chain at home, it's hard to find someone who will let you use theirs at a LAN event, because no one really carries daisy chains except for players, and players need to use theirs. So make sure you have all your cables, USB, optical, headset, daisy chain. Please remember your stuff, guys. Last but not least, you're going to need a copy of your game. Now, right now, we're in Advanced Warfare. Now, of course, it can change, you know, whatever the game is, and sometimes the events don't require you to have a game. They will provide them, but at UMG Cali, you're going to need a copy of your game. So please remember your game, guys. Bring a copy of your game. You're going to need it to compete at this LAN event. Now, along with that equipment, you know, you're going to need to carry that around the event center. So I recommend a backpack of some sort. I use the Astro Scout backpack. It's about 80 bucks, I believe, but it's a very, very good backpack. I've used it for about 2 years now, and it's been, it's been used heavily. It's such a great backpack, and it's not falling apart at all. So I really recommend you use that, especially if you need to bring a MixAmp, because it has a little pouch for your MixAmp. It has a little headset rack for you to put your headset. It's a very nice backpack to carry everything around the event center. Now, you're going to the event. What should you expect? Now, let's say this is your first LAN event. You don't know what to expect. So you're going to get there hopefully Thursday. If you have your plane flight scheduled for Friday, do whatever you can to get there Thursday. You don't want to fly in Friday and then play Friday night, because one, registration's usually in the morning on Friday, so you need to get there before noon. You need to be at the event center registered before noon. Two, you don't want to go from wherever you're located. Me, I'm in Iowa. You don't want to fly all the way to California in the like super early in the morning on Friday, get there, register, and then play that night, be super tired. You don't want to do that. You want to get there Thursday. Please, whatever you do, get there Thursday if you can. I know if you're someone in school, you're gonna miss 3 days of school instead of 2. Just make sure it's fine. 3 days versus 2, it's more work, but you want to get there on Thursday. So get there Thursday, and once you get there, you're going to want to sleep. Now, other people are gonna be out hanging out, having a good time, but you want to sleep. You don't deserve to go out and party before you even play. You want to get as much sleep as you can. That way you are mentally prepared for the event that comes on Friday. So Friday rolls around. You're going to get out of bed, hopefully about 10 a.m. You're going to eat breakfast. Make sure you eat breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. And you are competing this weekend. You want to make sure you eat breakfast. My monitor just turned off. You want to make sure you eat breakfast, guys. So get up about 10 a.m. You're going to want to eat breakfast. And of course, the time's going to change if the registration time changes for whatever event. But for Cali, registration is from 8 a.m. to noon. So you want to get up about 10 a.m. You want to go get some breakfast at the hotel. You don't want to really go anywhere. And make sure your team is awake. Hopefully you guys are all in the same room. And make sure everyone's awake. Everyone gets ready, shower. Make sure you have clothes to change for the 4 or 5 days that you're there. Make sure you don't stink. Make sure you look nice. You're going to an event, a professional event. Make sure you look professional. And I'm not saying look like in a business suit or anything, but make sure you look nice. Make sure you're not like in your pajama pants and a t-shirt, which some people do that, but at least when I run an organization, I want my teams to look nice. So make sure you have khakis or jeans or shorts, and have your jersey. If you have a jersey, make sure you have t-shirts. Just look nice. Take a shower, smell nice. It'll be great. So you're gonna get everyone ready, get your backpack, go down, get some food, and eat it on the way to the event center. So you're gonna get to the event center about 11. You're gonna register your team. Make sure everyone has to be there for UMG Cali to register. I know at Columbus we didn't have to have everybody, but you want to make sure everyone is present so you can register. Now, if you're under, I believe it's 17 or 18, you're going to need a consent form. Make sure you have your parents sign that before you go to the event. If not, hopefully you have someone on your team or on your organization that is over 18 and they can vouch, they can sign for you as your guardian. I had that happen at an event before, so just make sure that you have either a parent sign. Make sure just have a parent sign it if you can, if you remember. But if you don't remember, there's gonna be forms there. Have someone on your team sign it that is over 18. They'll probably ask for an ID if they don't look very old. Just make sure that someone signs it that you can play. Now, registration is complete. You got your wristbands. You can go to the event. You got everything. You're ready to go. It's was 11:30, almost noon. You should go get some lunch. I know you just ate breakfast, but you probably didn't eat very much. You should either go back to your hotel room or eat lunch. Now, you can check out the venue if you want, but there's not going to be much to do until later that night. So you're going to want to sleep if you can. If you just can't sleep, that's fine. Or, go get some food with the team. You don't have to eat at the hotel. You can go somewhere else. You have a couple hours. You can go, across the street. You can get like an Uber and go somewhere. It really doesn't matter. Just get some food in you. Make sure you're eating somewhat healthy food. Don't just be like stuffing your face with Oreos, just because it's gonna slow you down a little bit. It's gonna slow down your brain a little bit. Just make sure you are on your game. Make sure you got your Adderall. Just kidding, guys. Don't do Adderall before the event. If you're prescribed Adderall, that's all you. But seriously, guys, don't do drugs. Anyway, you're going to want to go get lunch and then sleep as much as you can. I can't stress this enough. You want to sleep as much as you can before you play. Now, what I usually do, what I usually have my teams do, is you guys can do whatever until about 3 o'clock, because matches don't usually start till about 5, and if you're not in the first heat, you won't play till 7 p.m. or 9 p.m. at night. So around like 3, a couple hours before the first heat, you guys are going to want to make sure you talk about some strats. You don't need to you don't need to bring an Xbox. You can just talk about them. Make sure everyone's on the same page. Make sure everyone has the same mindset. Make sure everyone knows what they're doing, and go get them. That's basically it. Just have the right mindset. Make sure everyone's pumped up, and then you're gonna go down to the event center, check the schedule, see that you don't play till 9 o'clock, and then go back to your hotel room because you don't have anything to do. Yeah, that's probably how it's gonna work out. But anyway, guys, you don't have to go back to your hotel room. At that point, you can go watch some other matches. Just look out in the competition. If you play at 5 o'clock in the first heat, I don't know if it's at 5 o'clock for Cali, but usually at 5 o'clock for the events that I've gone to. It's usually at 5 o'clock. Make sure you're there at your match and you're ready to go. You're gonna get to your match. Let's say you play in the first heat. You're gonna get there, get to your match, get to whatever station you're at. You're gonna see the other team and you're gonna look them in the eyes. Look very intimidating. Just look at them straight in the eyes and be like, good luck, have fun, guys. That's what, I feel like you should tell them good luck, have fun, and they can either not talk to you or say the same thing back. But anyway, you're gonna get to your station. You're gonna set up your MixAmp, your headset, your controller. You're gonna set up your classes in the game. Make sure you have those classes memorized or take pictures on your phone. It'll make everything a lot easier. You can set up your classes. You can set up classes in between games too. You just won't have as much time, so make sure you set them up before the game. You'll have a little bit of time in between matches, but just make sure they're in between maps, so make sure you set them up beforehand for any S&D strats you need. So you're going to play. You're going to play the best that you can, and win or lose first time, you're going to go somewhere on the bracket. If you win, you're going to move on to the next round. If you lose, you're going to go to loser's bracket, and you're going to play either later that night or you're going to play Saturday. I know it's really just based on where you're at on the bracket, which is all based on seeding, which is based on your pro points. So guys, if you're planning on going to a LAN event, please play in 2Ks and 5Ks and get those pro points, because pro points are very, very important. So once you play, you're going to go back to your hotel room or watch some matches and go back to your hotel room, but just make sure you're not up too late. Make sure you know when your team's playing the next morning. Whether it just says losers round 1 is at this time, like 10 a.m. Make sure everyone is there at 10 a.m. even if you don't play. Even if you don't play till noon, make sure everyone is there in case you do play. Make sure everyone is up. Make sure your whole team's up. Make sure you get enough sleep. I seriously cannot stress that enough. Sleep is so important when it comes to playing at a LAN event. It can really change how your whole team performs. So make sure you sleep, get up in the morning when you need to, get out to the event, and play the best you can the second day. Hopefully everything goes well. I think I've covered everything at this point. I guess if you're going to your first LAN event, make sure you don't forget money to buy food. Preferably cash would be great. Also have like a debit or credit card that you can go to an ATM and get money if you really need to. Most places will accept those, so that's also a good thing to have. And the last part of going to a LAN event is just remember, guys, you need to have fun. You're paying all this money to go to a LAN event, to compete, of course, but once you're done competing, let's say you get double first rounded, about 20 or 30 teams are going to get double first rounded at this event, and at every event. So just make sure that you have fun. It sucks, it really does when you get double first rounded, but just make sure you try to have fun, because you're paying all this money, like I said, to go somewhere across the country, most likely, to play video games and to hang out with people who play video games. So just once you're done, you can watch some matches, you can hang out with your teammates. You can meet some other teams, talk to people, you know, make friends. Just have a good time, guys. LAN events are so fun, and I wish I could go this weekend, but just the timing of it is kind of bad for schooling and whatnot. But if you can, you know, if you're going, just make sure you have fun at whatever LAN event you are going to. So anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm Cameo. Hopefully you don't forget anything for UMG Cali. Good luck to anyone who is competing this weekend, and I will see you guys next time.